G'day everyone, welcome back. I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball today. I forgot that I had to take the kids' bikes down to the school. They've got some bike awareness week or some bike safety. Anyway, I had to take the bikes down to the school this morning, and we've also got the fencing contractor here doing a little bit of horse fencing, so I was also with him this morning. So it is now 6:53 on Friday the 16th, and I've got to take this truck down and go and fill the air seeder. It's a nice chilly morning this morning. Everything's all fogged up. You know, as you can see, just washed the windows here so I can see. But yeah, we are onto our last paddock, which is 406 hectares or something. I think Henry sprays it to, so we'll probably seed it to like 410, 412. I was sort of hoping to finish seeding tomorrow. It's a big feat to do that. It's very possible I might be speeding him up a little bit. This is you know, our longest paddock, so 2.8k runs, and it's good soil. It's like beautiful soil, so we should be able to. I'm going to set him on 10k's an hour, and we'll just see how it looks and send him on his way. So 10k's an hour is 24.4 hectares an hour, so you really start to smoke some land. Now obviously 24.4 hectares an hour, that's when you're on the straights. Doesn't account for turning, things like that. So it probably brings you back down to like 20 hectares an hour. But yeah, would be nice to smash out just a bit over 200 hectares today. But we will see what the day brings, because you never know what could happen. Anything could happen. But yeah, we'll get down there, we'll get him filled. Then we'll get back here to get my ute, to then get back down there, to then go and make sure it's all going to go in correctly, and yeah, see how it's going. So as you can see, it's not a full fill that we're doing. We're just making sure he's starting the day off nice and full, just to try and be as productive as we can. Let's see how these points are wearing. So this is our Maxi point, which I'm not too sure. We'll see once it gets into some good soil, but we couldn't actually get this point into the ground. And I've got a feeling it's because the angle's too aggressive. And then this here is our John Deere point, and you know, it's wearing just how the other one wears, or how they normally wear. But so far so good. They both look to be doing pretty well. We'll once we get going, we'll have a look at that point, just see what's going on with it, because obviously you should be able to get it in the ground, but for some reason it's struggling a little bit. So yeah, we'll just check that out. So anyway, we're going to get this oil checked, started and ready. He's going to transport down. He's going to start lining up on his run lines down there. I'm shooting this back to the shed, grabbing my ute, bringing my ute back down so I can help him line up, make sure it's all going to be right. And then yeah, just look at his speed and just see about going that 10k's an hour. Make sure our soil flow is okay, and hopefully we can go 10 and just absolutely smoke it. So that's the plan. So where he is there, he actually needs to go a metre more to his right. And that's where the run line used to be, because this track never used to be here. So what we do in these 3 paddocks here is we make another run line, and because we've got section control, we readjust it from there so that it, so that we can I'll explain in a sec. I'll get him lined up and I'll explain it to you. Sorry, I had to realign him. So what we do is, because these are such long runs, and come harvest time, what we do with the header is the header has got it goes off its main run line. It goes off the controlled traffic line, so you end up with half a header front with your second header. Well, I guess with the second header. So what we've done is essentially we've just moved the track, because where the track was, which this crop was out here, and then you'd end up with half a run, so your header actually would sit here. So, the header would sit, actually, where does it sit? Now I'm confusing myself. What we've done is we've made it now so that the two headers go down on their main run lines and they don't end up with overlap, because now we've shifted this. The header would actually be going down and only getting about, I don't know, 3 meters or 4 meters a crop. So we've shifted our track on the outsides just so that the headers line up better. It's not something we're doing in any other paddock. It's just on these paddocks here because it's such a long run, and we had to physically move the track because we made these this road here, which the run line actually used to be sort of like here, which is there. We can't have that. So anyway, he's swinging around, he's going to get going. We're going to watch his speed and see what it looks like and get on with our day. That's him going at 10 k's an hour, and I'm just wanting to have a look at our soil throw as we go across the bar. Just make sure I'm not putting too much back into the furrow, which it kind of is, but I also kind of want to get this done. So we're going to set him at 10 and just go cover the hectares. You can see we've got Henry out there spraying as well. Now that Maxi point there is still not getting in the ground, so I'm going to have a chat to Maxi point, just see what their thoughts are on that. But other than that, it's time to start smashing some hectares and get seeding finished. So you'll notice this is where he used to be. I've just moved him out a little bit just because we're going to plan to put a track down here. I should have actually moved him out a bit further, but anyway. How good is the canola looking? It is just looking absolutely fantastic out there. Just, oh. Anyway, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to help him line up onto the eastern headland, and then we'll go back and fill the truck. Leaving him to it, he's going to sit at that 10 k's an hour and smash some hectares. Henry's brewing up, he's going to do another 200 for the day. Well, sorry, another 100, which will be 200 for the day. And then we'll just see how the day tracks. If he's getting close to it, we might put another 100 out later on today, because we'll cover that by tomorrow. Now, the unfortunate thing is, I believe it is the east and the north headland. Henry sprayed that 2 days ago because that was the only favourable time for the wind. We thought we would be further along than what we were. We just had a few issues when we were in Mum's back there. So unfortunately, we had to sacrifice that treflan. The treflan hasn't been covered in time. The paraquat, now that works fine, no worries. All the weeds there are dead. The sakura that's in the brew, that's okay. That still works fine. No issue there. It's the treflan. We just added treflan in for extra grass suppressant, and like I said in many of the videos, we need our soil incorporated within 24 hours with treflan. So that's when you turn your soil over, and it's because the sun basically stops it from working, basically kills it. So you got to incorporate it within 24 hours, and then you're good. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened. But I'd much rather have it. You know, at least we got the Sakura in the brew, and I'd much rather have it that way so that Henry was comfortable, able to spray along the neighbour. Because I'm not sure if it will show in the drone footage, but it is green all around that paddock. This is the first time in probably a decade that we've had to be spraying alongside crops that are growing like they are this year for seeding. It's just unreal. Obviously you guys know the moisture we've had and all that, so everything's just growing, so just makes it a bit difficult for spraying, but Henry's nailed it so far. I'm going to go and fill this truck up, get that full so it's ready to go for later on, and then I have got a bar and grill. It looks like a bomb's gone off in there. I need to get to that, and I need to get that clean. Slight change of plan. I've got another Maxi point on the back. I'm taking it down. I'm going to chuck it onto the bar, and on the other side. And I just want to see, just rule out, is it because the tine, you know, that hydraulic ram might, I don't know, might be dicky. That hydraulic ram might have air in it or something, or it's on the last line of the thing of you know, of all the ranks. Just going to rule that out. Just going to go and put one onto the onto the other side of the bar, and just have a look. Been in contact with Maxi Point. They're going to investigate and talk to other customers and see what's going on. See if they've experienced anything like that, or if it's just a one-off. And that's also why I want to get down there and just chuck this point onto another side, because it could just be just a one-off with that tine on that side. One thing you might question is, hey John, you just put that on the end of a hydraulic run as well. Well, it's the same on the other side. The end tines are obviously going to be, you know, at the end of the hydraulic run. The Maxi point is, it's the same as the John Deere point. They're both on the end of hydraulic runs. Maybe there could be a bit of air in the other one. We'll just see. So we'll pull around and we'll follow him, and we'll just see what it looks like. Now you're going to see that this part of the bar is going to overlap. That's because of what we've just done with going down that run line, like I was saying, for the headers. But yeah, it shouldn't matter. It'll still dig. All of them will still dig. So we'll see what it looks like. as you can see there was no improvement. It's still the exact same. What we're going to do is we're just going to lift it up a notch. You can lift them up a notch. So we're just going to see if lifting it up a notch has any effect whatsoever. And then, yeah, then we'll let Maxi Point know. So as you can see, that point, even though we adjusted the height and lifted it up 10 mil, still kicking back. The John Deere points are in. Yeah, I've let Maxi Point know they're going to test today. They're going to a actual seed master today, so they're going to take a point out and test it on that one and just see. And yeah, just going to wait to hear back from them. But I don't know. Initial thoughts are that I wouldn't use those points because I can't get them in the ground. But I don't know, maybe there's something that we can do to make it work. But yeah, we'll get back to the shed and let's grab a John Deere point and a Maxi point and we'll have a look at them and I'll show you the angles. Right, so you can see on the right here, this is Maxi Point. On the left is John Deere. So when we line them up, bolt hole to bolt hole, which is like that. So I'll just try and get it a bit square. You can see that the John Deere point is on a different angle to what the Maxi Point is. The Maxi Point is sort of on a steeper angle. So the Maxi Point's coming down like this, whereas the John Deere goes like this. And my concern is that this is too steep. And that's why it can't get in. So when the tines are out the ground, they look like this. And then when they enter the soil, they come in and they go forward like that. And then this is about ground level here. So when this is coming into the ground, the tine is sort of there. And we're just running it like that, compared to like that. If you had ground level coming along here, that's... yeah, it should be running forward like this, but my worry is that this here is just too steep, too sharp, and it's not able. See how this is like a general, a sliding slope it can get in, whereas this one here, it's too sharp and it's getting to this point and it can't pull forward. The dirt, even at a slow speed, it can't get in, and the dirt's just pushing against it and it can't get forward to its digging angle, which is there. I'm honestly not sure if my theory is correct or not. Yeah, we'll hear back from Maxi Point a bit later on. They're going to test today and just see what they reckon. But yeah, if I put a whole bar on like that and the whole bar does that, I can't seed like that, can I? So we'll have to figure something out because yeah, Maxi Point are a lot cheaper than John Deere. And they do the liquid tube, which John Deere don't, and yeah, it's local. So you know, you're supporting local instead of supporting the very stupid expensive that you got to then get it air freighted in from America. So, right, we are ready to get rolling. Just going to start sucking in my my trifold just so that it's I've got my hopper nice and full and ready to go. Because this 3-inch pump, once it does catch, it just outruns me. I need a bigger hopper for next year, like a much bigger, like a 40 to 60 litre hopper is my plan. But this is just, I know I've said it before, this is just a brilliant, brilliant system. Alright, we'll leave it there and we'll get it started. With this, well, with what we've loaded in this morning, let's just call it 300 hectares is what we need to go to fill. So, you know, another 3 fills, another 300 hectares. 300 hectares is 22 tonne. Oh, it's going to be so close. I think I will be going over to Will and stealing some wheat. But there'll definitely be another 2 loads in here, and then for that last load possibly, I might need to go to wheel. But there'll be probably this whole load plus another half load might be in this one. And then after that I might need to go to wheel. But it is going to be very close to see if we're going to make it or not. Fertiliser's the next one, I'll show you that when we get over there. Right, as you can see, that there is all loaded, and then when we tap on our bin here, it's essentially the cone. I forgot that I only basically did a part fill for him this morning, so I had more grain in there than normal. I reckon I've got a full load left in there. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure. I still think I'm going to need to go to wheels to pinch some wheat, but it might not be as much as what I originally thought. Alright, bear in mind, again, I only did a part fill, so there's still a fair bit left up in there. That's all I have left. So it is going to be unbelievably close if we can finish on our own fert or not. I mean, I ordered the amount of fert that we need for the whole farm. It could be a little dicey because we went high on our canola as well. Because of the case, we couldn't use GPS speed, we had to use implement speed because it kept dropping GPS speed for some weird reason. That's why we swapped out of it, you know, one of the many reasons. It's going to be very close. Truck is all full, ready to go for when we need it. Now, not that you can see me now. Come on, camera. There we go. Just had a phone call with Ed from Maxi and we've come up with a sort of a solution. They're going to buy all these back basically and then redo for us. So yeah, there's no issue there. We're not needing them, so it's all good. Yeah, this is why we did the test. I wanted to see how they'd perform. And then we had a look at them side by side, sort of like what I showed you guys before, but I held it a bit better, so I'll show you that. So when you look at it, how I've got there, you can see that the angle is pretty, well, the angle on the Maxi is still definitely steeper, but you are so much deeper, you're about 25 mil deeper, and that we believe is the issue. Because we haven't gone deep with our points in a long time. You know, it's possible that it's trying to break through ground that it's never broken through before, and that's why it's sitting back. And we are in our best, softest soil in the whole farm, so you can only imagine what that's going to be like on harder clay soils. Now apparently there is two different sizes for these points. So this is the Seedmaster Deep. You can get the Seedmaster Shallow. So obviously the Seedmaster Shallow is you know, what we want. But they've also got something on the cards as well, something that's very exciting that we would definitely go that way if that would work. So I won't say what that is, but yeah, that's where we're at. So Maxi Point are they're looking after us. They're gonna take that because there's still plenty of people who want those points and those deep type points. So yeah, there's no issues there. Now Henry's finished doing his 2 tanks. We'll probably get him to go and do another 100. Yeah, later on today, so about that 3-4 o'clock, just so that we've got that all done and sorted. And now it's time to finish cleaning this bar and grill. We're getting closer with the bar and grill. I'll show you that when we're finished. But I'm gonna go down and fill him now. He's on such long runs that I think I'll have to ask him. He knows what it is. I think it's 11 hectares a run. So he's got enough to get back up to the top and not quite back down to the bottom. So we're gonna go fill it. How good's the barley looking? Oh, so nice. Grow, you beautiful beer, grow. There is one thing that annoys me about old butters here. So one, the steering wheel is upside down. The steering wheel should be the other way around, and it's because of this. And when people do this, it really annoys me. So that steering wheel, the leather obviously got all worn. So the guy who had it before us taped it up with tape. He then switched it around because he's obviously right-handed and he sits here and drives the truck like this. But the worst thing is that all this is all peeling off and it's so sticky and gross. Just the absolute worst. So during the off season, I'm going to get myself a maybe a wood steering wheel. I'm going to have fun popping this off and chucking a new steering wheel on here, because boy does it annoy me. Well, I forgot to film, I got a little bit distracted, but he is all full and ready to roll. So we'll get this back to the shed, do another fill, and we might even fill later on tonight. I'm thinking I might go out tonight and just do a few hours tonight after he's knocked off, just so that we can definitely finish tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's kind of my plan at the moment. Moment of truth. Do I have enough weight to do this load? Like a full load? I'm going to guess I don't, but it might be close. Very close. So there is starting to get a pile on the top there. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. So I would have actually started to go forward in about another 20 seconds, and then it's only another 20 seconds, 30 seconds I would have been turning it off. So my guess is I'm going to be short about 3 tonne, which might maybe about a ton and a half I'm short for a full load. But because there is also a little bit left in, then I'll know, I'll know how much I'll put in. Now, I could go over to Will's and top up with seed, but they have got their seed treated, so I don't want to do that. I want to run my seed empty, and then I'll get their seed. The reason for that is once I load this into the truck, I know exactly how many kilos or tons I'm going to need from Will, because this will register on the scales. I'll be able to work out, yep, that's going to be equivalent to 98 hectares. I have 130 hectares to go, so that's so much weight that I need. And because his is treated, it means that on my next load, because this is a full brew ready to go, and that has got the insecticide in it, so the Cruiser Opti, I won't do that in the next one, because he's got it already on his seed, so I won't. You follow? You follow? All making sense? Cool. I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to go fill with fert. I believe I'm going to have enough fert, which is good. But I'm going to leave the video there. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And tune in for the next one, because we're finishing seeding.